Alright guys, I've just arrived for a lovely wee day out in Glasgow. Wait, Port Glasgow. And why am I here? Well, this lucky wee town has just won an award. Most dismal town in Scotland.
Port Glasgow is the 2025 winner of the controversial Carbuncle Award. Welcome to Scotland's most dismal town.
So I'm here today to find out, is that true? Or is it not that bad? Let's find out. Right, so obviously this isn't a good start. There's this massive area of all these flats and houses that are just completely abandoned. An absolute ghost town. Look at this, all abandoned, all windows smashed in. Every single one of them is probably a crack house. So welcome back to Daniel's Crack House Reviews. As you can see though, they're doing their best to clean up this bit of the town. They're moving rubble from that pile of rubble to a different pile of rubble over there. So yeah, they're trying their best. This area is called Clune Park Estate, and let's just go through here. Be careful not stepping in any glass here. Yeah, I think this is where all the shipbuilders used to stay years ago. But I think everyone just gradually left, and this is what happened. Now this is the kind of place you get attacked by zombies. I do kinda want to go inside some of them, but I'm too scared. Maybe in the future I'll come back with a friend and adventure inside these buildings, see what's going on, see how many dead bodies we can find. If I see a face pop out one of these windows, I'm gonna absolutely poo my pants. That's where I'll be spending the night. Now who's left a perfectly good pile of rubble just there? What a waste. Oh, there's a wee house we can look inside. I'm not going in there. Right guys, that's been Port Glasgow. See yous later. Now obviously I'm assuming Port Glasgow has more to offer than some lovely crack houses. So let's see if there's anything interesting to see in Port Glasgow. In fact, I've just spotted one just there. Big Apple. Is that why they call Port Glasgow the Big Apple? It's a very impressive collection of bricks and rubble and mud. Right, I don't mind all the collapsed and destroyed buildings and all that, but pushing a bin over, that's too far. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where all the shipbuilders and all that used to live, the factory workers. And then like all the factories shut down, the shipbuilding stopped happening, and the place just kind of deteriorate. The place just got worse over time. Loads of crime going on and all that. I mean, comment if you know more about it than I do. That was ChatGPT that told me that, so it can't be wrong. As I walk closer into the town centre, all the houses and all that look a lot nicer. Mount Pleasant? That sounds like the place where I pleasantly mount your mum. I always forget my mum watches these. Sorry mum. Right, let's go to the town centre. Yeah, so this is the town centre. This is where the party's at. Yeah, there's definitely not a lot going on. They've got a Greggs, I'll give them that. The town centre doesn't really have anything. I didn't even see any pubs or anything. There's a bar right there, which is shut down, which is no use to me. Right, I've looked up top 10 things to do in Port Glasgow. Number 1, we've got New York Castle. We'll see what that's like. Number 2, Shipbuilders of Port Glasgow. We'll go see that. Number 3, Lighthouse Island. Right, we'll go see some of them. There's a nice wee church clock tower building type thing. And some lovely flats. That'll be the shipbuilders there, poking their cheeky wee heads out there. I'll go see them later. I'm going to go to the castle first. Oh wow, look at this. That's pretty cool. And look, there's information about it here. Wee fake street here. That's the only bar I've seen. Now if you ask me, this is anything but dismal. Here, do you think they know their fence kind of looks like a boat? It kind of looks like the front of a ship. How mental is that? That's crazy. What are the chances of that happening? Look! What a coincidence, that's mental. There it is. I think that's it there. Sorry, I'm eating that egg. Yep, this is it. Wow, breathtaking. Oh wait, that's it. Breathtaking. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a castle. In fact, is it even a castle? It doesn't even really look like one. Well, I've made it in. I don't know if you're allowed to do this. Oh well, I'm in. Stormed the castle. Hello? This is my favourite bit. Yeah, I think this is where the King of Port Glasgow lived. In just here, in that building there, that's where all the knights lived. We're in. Porter's Lodge. Shut. Yes. Number one thing to do in Port Glasgow, completed. Now I'm going to go see those big shipbuilder guys. Look, these bits kind of look like waves as well. That's mental, somebody needs to tell them. It's a bit windy. At least my hair looks good. Here they are, the boys. Yeah, it's pretty cool, they're massive. Looks like he's going to smash those 10-minute flats down. But always cheeked up as well, look at that. That's pretty crazy though, the size of them. Just think, if that was the size of the shipbuilders, how big must these ships have been? It's crazy. The town looks pretty good with the sun shining on it. I think that's that lighthouse island where that creepy boy lives. Well, I don't know if he lives there or what his deal was. But I did actually see a bar a while back, so I'm going to head there and get myself a pint. I've earned it. There's a massive retail park just there, and I think that's partly why they won this Carbuncle award. Just because there's like basically nothing to do in the town, and they've built this massive retail park that nobody wants. This isn't the one I saw earlier, but there's a bar there which looks really great. Don't know if it's open though. Here it is here, the Caledonian Bar. There was a bit of music coming from it, so let's go in and see what it's like. I just left there. It was actually quite good in there. Sorry, I didn't film much. I was too shy. It was just really busy, and everyone there knew each other, and I felt really weird whipping out a camera. So, but yeah, karaoke was on. It was a good vibe. Good wee pub. It's getting a bit chilly now. I'm gonna see if there's any more bars anywhere. But after a quick Google search, I can't really see any. So if not, I'm going to have to head home. So there seems to be nothing else to do here. There's apparently one down this way called West End Bar. Let's see if that exists. Right, this doesn't seem like the kind of place you would find a bar. Maybe it doesn't exist. My maps say that it's here. It's right here apparently. Yep, I've been duped. Doesn't exist. Oh, it's in one of these buildings apparently. It's definitely not. Okay, my last hope is a place called the Water Wheel, which is a 7-minute walk from here, just round there. You know, when I went in that pub, I was a bit surprised at how busy it was at 4 PM on a Monday, but now I'm less surprised because it's the only one that exists. Here's the big retail park that the locals hate, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that. And here is the Water Wheel. It's like a family kind of pub, like Green King or something like that. Yeah, it's more of like a restaurant carvery kind of place. Not what I'm after, so I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, so there's basically one pub in the whole town, which I suppose isn't that important, but it is. I mean, I bet there's some that I missed. Comment if I missed any pubs, but that's the only one I could find. I bet that was a good wee theatre or venue or something once upon a time. But, oh, look at that. There's a bathroom showroom coming soon in spring 2011. But yeah, I'm bored, so I'm going home. And so, do I think Port Glasgow is the most dismal, depressing place in Scotland? I don't think so. Like, obviously it's quite boring, there's not much to do. There's obviously all those old, horrible, abandoned buildings and all that. But there's some nice bits as well. There's the castle, etc. But yeah, I don't think you can definitively say what is the most dismal town in Scotland. I think it's wrong to have an award to give to a town to put them down. But if you had to give it to a town, give it to Cumbernauld. So depressing there. They've won it twice, they wouldn't mind a third. So yeah, Port Glasgow, maybe not the best, but probably not the worst. I forgot to do a proper outro, but that's me doing it now, and here is my pal Melon. So yeah, I had the best day ever in Port Glasgow. Stop it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and comment where I should go next and stuff like that. Comment your name. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.